What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's Brody here. Tonight I am doing another YouTube video with a PSA return. This pile of cards here, graded cards, is literally my second best PSA return ever. I got 28 out of 30 PSA 10s. I'm going to go through all of those with you guys in just a second, but I'm going to show you what I got back in the sub before that. I graded all these with PGCG. That's with Greg, who's based in Victoria as a PSA dealer. With everything going on with the Trump tariffs at the moment, I've been using Greg to submit my cards. That's PGCG. First of all, I just wanted to share with you these two cards I got back, which I also sent with Greg. They are a Boss Coffee collaboration in Japan. They came in these pretty cool little coffee and card combo that you'd pick up at supermarkets and stuff. I think they were maybe like I'm just trying to do my conversions. I'm not sure what price they were. I'll have to work it out after. But they did this cool little collaboration, and that's what the cards came in. And it had like a bottle. I think the bottle was like looped through there. So that's these. I got these, one PSA 8 and a PSA 10. So that's pretty cool to get those. I'm going to keep this PSA 10. I'm a big coffee fan myself, so I can appreciate a good coffee Pokemon card. Anyway, onto this epic PSA return. So it was 30 cards, 28 PSA 10s and 2 PSA 9s. So I'm going to go through those right now. I'm going to have a look at all these awesome cards. So first off, we have Serena in a PSA 9. This one I pulled myself at some point in time. I can't remember when. This is a PSA 9 Celebrations Umbreon. This one I sent back twice, so it's definitely a 9. We got a 9 last time. I think the centering top to bottom was too far off. And basically now you've seen 2 9s, you're going to expect the rest to be 10s. Celebrations Blastoise in a PSA 10. Celebrations Charizard in a PSA 10. So I've got the combo there. One of the last few cards I needed for my Sword and Shield Alt Art collection. We've got the Charizard V from the Ultra Premium Collection box in a PSA 10, which is crazy. That's another thing. If you haven't been keeping up with Instagram, I did recently complete my Sword and Shield Alt Art PSA 10 set, and all the cards that I needed are in this return. This is the V-Star from the Ultra Premium Collection. These cards have gone pretty crazy in price in Australia. I think these two at least go for closer to $1,000 just due to the difficulty in grading them. I think they're both probably a sub percentage in 10s is probably sub 20, and then the VMAX is a slightly higher, but these two are definitely the harder ones to grade. Then I got back the awesome staff cards from Destined Rivals. So you can see the Typhlosion has got the staff there. I picked these up from my buddy Isaac, or Mint Isaac on Instagram. If you want to go give him a follow, I'll tag him below. I was really lucky that I got 3 out of the 4 in 10s. I actually sold the Mimikyu early on because it was quite off center. So the Gyarados, also a staff card in PSA 10. And I've then got the one and only Tyranitar staff in a PSA 10. So really happy that those 3 all came back 10s. And then got the Eevee from the, what's the box called? What is it? Can't think of it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to skip over that. One of the reasons I like the, it was Gem Volume 2. One of the reasons I like the Eevee and the other cards, the Umbreon, Umbreon, Leafeon, and Sylveon. The reason I really like them is because they are the same artist that did the Tyranitar in Battle Styles. It's Hygon Suki, and I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that name, but I pulled this from opening one of those boxes, so that was really cool to get that. Probably going to keep that one. Magneton from the Surging Sparks ETB promo. This is not the Pokemon Center one, this is just the regular one. This one I actually resubbed it, came back a 9, and I was like, that's definitely a 10. Gardevoir EX, this special illustration rare from Pallian Fates. This one I also resubbed, came back a 9. I actually remember grading 2 of these 10s back, what was that? Must have been the end of 2024 or early 2025. And at the time, they were only going for like 200 AUD in 10s, like crazy. And I think it's like doubled in price now. Beautiful card. Not sure if I like this or the new Gardevoir that's come out in the Mega Set better. They're both pretty spectacular though. Then we have Berserker, one of the other ones I needed for my PSA 10 set. Unfortunately, PSA incorrectly labeled it. You'll see that it's actually the Galarian Berserker V, 129. And I think we're looking for number 184 maybe for the Berserker and the Alt Art. So I actually have to send this back to PSA later this week to get it regraded, or sorry, relabeled in the correct one. And we have a Dragonite V from Pokemon Go. I remember grading quite a few of these in the last couple of years. I always used to sell them for like 80-ish Australian dollars, somewhere around there, 80 to 100. I'm not sure what they're doing now, but I will be at the Brisbane card show in late November, so I'll probably have this for sale at that event. So watch this space. Then we have the beautiful Dragonite V Alt Art. This is my third one that I've currently got in my possession. I've got another two that I've kept, basically, but I have graded a few more of these before. It's always awesome to grade this Alt Art. I really love this card. I'll probably be keeping that one as well, just because I love it so much. Then we have a Ghastly illustration rare from Temporal Forces. Really love this card. I'm pretty sure I picked it up maybe around like the $50 mark quite a long time ago, and then finally got around to grading it with all the tariff stuff that went on. But yeah, pretty awesome card, and got that in a PSA 10. Then got the Porygon from, what's that? Must have been Paradox Rift in a PSA 10. This one I pulled myself from a pack. Pretty cool artwork. Sort of want to keep it, pretty cool, but maybe I'll let it go. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Groudon illustration rare, also from Paradox. This one's a pretty ripper card. I remember picking one of these up like the first week that the set came out. I got it for $30. This one was definitely not $30 when I bought the raw card to grade, but yeah, happy to get that in a 10. Then we have Charizard EX, probably the biggest card in this entire return. This card is probably going for around, I guess, 1,800 to 2,000 Australian dollars. So very expensive card right now. I picked it up for 320 this year. I picked it up at the Trading Card Show Australia, which was held at the RNA Showgrounds in Brisbane. They just had another event over the weekend. Yeah, so this is one of the cards. Actually, I picked up, I think, 3 cards from this return, and they all got 10s. But yeah, this is about 320, and I think the raw price is probably around 500 right now. So yeah, even the raw price of this card's gone up. So yeah, pretty cool to get that in a 10. And I was going to let my partner keep that one because she likes that one. Then we've got Umbreon from the 3-pack blister in Evolving Skies. So I've literally been holding on to this card for ages. I've just had it raw in a semi-rigid, ready to go for grading, and have just never sent it. The prices have been ticking up on these, so I thought I'd send it and see what happens. And yeah, we were lucky enough to get a 10 on this one. None of my other copies are really 10 worthy. This was the only one I had, so I sent it and I got the 10. Can't really see any swells on this one, but yeah, awesome card to have. And then we have another Celebrations Charizard, so that will go with this one, which is pretty cool. Cool to have another 2 of these. I also have, I think, another 2 in my collection, so it'd be cool to actually pull these all out and just like line them all up together and just, yeah, flex all my Charizards. Then we have the Underground Expedition. This is from Celestial Storm. I actually opened this at Dorky Desires, who's local to me. They had a heap of, this is going back to sometime in, I guess, like early 2024 or even late 2023. I think the pack I bought was just a blister pack. It was about maybe $20, $25 at the time. I'm not sure what Celestial Storm's doing now per pack, but yeah, bought it, opened this, and I was like, this is super clean. And then like a year later, I'm grading it. The hollow foil pattern is really sick. I'm actually going to keep this one just for the memories. We have a Glaceon V-Star and the Raycow V. Both of these I did hit in Crown Zenith, and I finally got around to grading them. Not the craziest arts, I guess, for Glaceon and Raikou, but I do like myself some Crown Zenith, and it's cool to get both of those that I pulled myself in 10s. It is still possible to pull 10s. That's crazy with the way that the quality of cards has been elite. It's pretty funny. This is the Giratina V-Star, probably the most sought after card maybe in Crown Zenith. It's probably the most expensive. This one I pulled myself, so I'll be keeping this one. I did grade 2 of those, which would have been in probably the last return I had. I graded 2 10s, so I'll be selling those 2, but keeping this one for PC. Then I have the Arceus V, which is a super hard PSA 10 to grade. This one I actually regraded a 9. And this is like the last card I needed besides those ones I mentioned before for the Sword and Shield Alt Art set. So that set is made up of 75 cards. It's got the ultra premium cards, obviously the Charizards. It's also got the Evolutions promos for the EV promo boxes that came out. So they had the Flare and Jolteon Vaporeon boxes. Then I added Arceus V, which probably isn't even technically an alt art in its own right. It doesn't have the same etching that the other cards have, but I based it around the PSA set registry for Sword and Shield alt art. So that was partly the reason that I chased after this. There's a few different I guess sets online for Sword and Shield alt arts, and there's differing opinions on what should be included and what shouldn't be included. But yeah, I sort of just based mine around the PSA set registry. There's no wrong or right, I guess, but at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, collecting something and then when you're satisfied that you've completed the set, yeah, that's where it gets to. It's almost like master setting, and like what's an actual master set of cards? Is it having all the staff promos? Is it not having staff promos? Is it all the reverses, etc.? All that sort of stuff comes in. It's the same like for grading as well. Then we've got a Rayquaza VMAX. This one, one of these at least, I picked up at that same trading card show that the Charizard came from. It's probably the one. I reckon it's this one. This one's more off-center, and I remember it being quite off-center. I reckon this is the one I picked up at the card show, and that one got a 10, and so did this one, which I'd bought a little while back. Couldn't tell you what price it was, but yeah, I actually really like this Rayquaza VMAX artwork. I was going to keep one of them, seeing as I've got two, but we'll see what happens. I'll have to see what prices they're selling for. Everything's crazy these days. It's actually like a bit depressing trying to buy cards. Then we have two Venusaurs. One of these was probably picked up that card show. I think that was the third card I picked up. And then the other one I've just had probably sitting around for a while. So it's pretty cool. I actually got a few double ups in this return. So yeah, that's 28. That's all the 28 cards. Then there's the two 9s I got there. That was literally my second best return. I think my best return was 28 out of 30 as well. But the quality of cards and at the time, the prices of the cards were way crazier. This, obviously the market now is way crazier, so this might actually be priced better. But if those cards had a return now, the ones that I sent back then, it would just be like the most insane return, like thousands more dollars in value, which is pretty crazy to think about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one, which might be around the Brisbane Card Show. I'm going to be grabbing some things I need for that event and probably talking about that a bit more, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye.